Welcome everybody. With the upcoming IAE event, as well as with any major event, we will be seeing great new concepts and straight to flyables very soon. As with any game or personal hobby, people get very excited about any new features or items that will soon be released. And with this, sometimes information that can get out before it was planned to. Leaks in game development are not an uncommon thing. Though some are good and some are bad, it is usually the excitement for the game that gets them moved around the community. In this recent episode of the Weekly News Review, we discussed the newest information on some new ships that appeared to be confirmed for IAE 2952, specifically the Drake Cutter and the RSI Galaxy. This morning, after having posted the week's news and review, a post by Zyloh was placed in the Discord. This post addressed a Spectrum post that also listed the same information I had about the Drake Cutter. The Cutter being one of the ships rumored to be released with IAE 2952. In Zyloh's response to the post, he states, leaving this thread open so I can comment on the recent leaks. We know that with each patch there will be leaks, and most of the time we're fully aware of exactly what content will be data mined and when. Speculation based on data mining is rarely ever an issue, and we like seeing people getting excited about what's coming. It's great to see that enthusiasm. But the dark side of the leaks is sometimes things get out that were never meant to see the light of day. Sure, if a gray box image of a near final ship leaks and that ship is just about to release, we turn the other cheek. But leaking outdated proprietary work info that will never happen, that's not cool. This week, a member of our team leaked materials by releasing pictures of internal PowerPoint decks. This is far different than data mining a test build we willingly put out there, and far more negatively impactful. An action like this only comes from someone who has no respect for their peers, the project, or the community. In this case, the leaker spread some misinformation. Incorrect info that was never meant to be more than a few ideas dreamed up months ago and since changed. But because the leakers threw actual CIG work materials out onto the internet, these leakers have now created an unrealistic expectation in some members of the community. And it sucks that we, CIG, will end up disappointing those people this IAE because of it. Believe it or not, we appreciate that you guys love the project so much you are hungrily gobbling up leaks. While it's not ideal, and we hate having surprises ruined, we know it's a fact of life for entertainment IPs that are passionately followed as Star Citizen. But just as common in the entertainment industry is for devs to talk about things that get delayed and sometimes never happen. And we're bummed that mixed amongst some of the cool, accurate leaks of this week were some inaccurate ones based on obsolete PowerPoint decks. I almost didn't comment, doing so only revives the discussion and casts a brighter spotlight on the leaks. But when I realized that there would be disappointment due to misinformation, I had to jump in to set expectations. Separately, I'd be remiss if I didn't share with you how much these things hurt morale, especially for the ship developers who have had the intended reveal of their work stripped from them. Having had to talk developers off the ledge about their work being ruined in these types of situations, I can tell you firsthand that these types of leaks suck. The silver lining is we're really glad to see people digging the ships, but we are bummed that we're going to disappoint some of you because some of the leaks just are not going to happen. As I mentioned, and you can see in the screen grab, the information in the Spectrum post is the same as in the video in regards to the Drake Cutter. So this in turn means I have provided incorrect information. As it is not my intention to do so, I felt it important to post this correction. First and foremost, I apologize to CIG as well as our community here on the channel for any misinformation that I placed in the video. As Zyloh has pointed out, the information leaked was from a source other than data mining, and as he states, seeing some of the information that people find through the data mining they expect to be found, and that it is material that they are placing out there knowing it may be found. The source of the leak in this case, though, was from material that was never supposed to get out as it was old and no longer accurate. As to the intentions of the original leaker, this is unknown as to why they would release the material. So what does this mean for IAE and the potential for these ships that are believed to be announced? It means that as a community, we cannot put any faith in any of the information in regard to these two ships, as Zyloh does speak in general terms when he replies to the post about the Drake Cutter. He does not state specifically that it only affects the Drake Cutter, or if possibly both the Cutter and the Galaxy are affected. Zyloh also does not clarify as to which information is incorrect. In my honest opinion though, I completely understand this and don't think he has to list what is and is not correct in the information. It's CIG's choice to keep their information on possible new releases under wraps until the final reveal. And just because leaks get out that are outdated or incorrect is not their responsibility to scrub their original plans to make the correction. I do give Zyloh immense credit for posting the fact that some or much of the information was old and will never be a reality. In an attempt to set community expectations and also keep them grounded in reality, he took the time to reply and curb what could have been a tremendous backlash in response when what was released did not equal the expectation based on bad information. So thank you to Zyloh and CIG for taking this step. As for the community, it is a lesson learned for all, especially myself, that leaks can be a great source of information, but they need to be taken with a humongous grain of salt. In future, I will try to make sure I do more to verify the information before reporting it to you, the community. Even with all the verifications that can be done, always have a level of skepticism though. I think this is always going to be the best practice. Again, I apologize to CIG and the community for the bad information that was in the weekly news review, and still excited to see any new items that come out with 2952 IAE, whether it is anything resembling these two ships or not. Thank you to all of you in the community. I appreciate the support, and I will do my best to make sure I'm passing the most correct and accurate information in the future.